How's it going, everyone? It is Liam Catterson here as we get into another episode of Once Upon a Time with episode number 15 for season 5, as I look forward to continuing the Underworld arc, as we have gotten Hook out of this predicament, but of course others have arisen with the fact that Emma, Regina and Snow White, they cannot leave the Underworld. So after Hook refused to etch names onto the gravestone, we had Hades basically being like, fine, I'll do it myself, and it's a bitter blow. So yeah, as well as the fact that we had Rumpel and Mila reunite, not awkward whatsoever given the past, and we, speaking of the past, we explored more into their past, of course, as well as the first interactions of Mila and Hook, of course, who we know that Mila would be with before she died. So yeah, and yeah, we had an unfortunate ending for Mila as she was thrown into the River of Lost Souls, so she is damned there for good. So yeah, it was a really, really tragic ending for her character, and yeah, it will be very interesting to see what happens in this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 15 of season 5 of Once Upon a Time. Let's go.
Getting it from me. I just watched my mom become the Dark One. I watched Hook die, and I couldn't do anything.
So he's going to finally be able to do something.
As such, you should use the quill only to record the stories, not create them.
I don't care about the stupid stories anymore.
Holy.
I'm sick of sitting on the sidelines. I want to be a hero. I want to help my mom, even if it means helping Corella.
Make his story, really, if he wants to be a hero.
Sorcerer's
Hi. Can I...
Killian.
Shit!
So the rumors are true. After all these years, my little brother is finally here.
Shit! Oh, shit!
Come on, let him try. Must be exhausting protecting little brother from himself.
Won't be your
It must be exhausting being an asshole.
Was in the Navy, right? Fine by me, long as I get paid.
If you believe in this, Killian, I'm with you to the end. This fiend trapped me and tortured you. The day you push your sailors too far is the day the mutiny begins.
So let's cause a mutiny in the underworld.
The world above.
Yeah. But he told me what happened. Sounds to me like it's not his fault. It's yours.
Oh, come on,
We both made
no.
mistakes.
Killian's been fighting darkness his entire life. Then you pushed him off the cliff.
I was trying to save his life.
And it was a bloody selfish thing to do. He had a chance to die a hero, to move on, and you took it from him.
It's not fair.
Oh, come on, don't put this on Emma.
And is that...
Well, it's time for my brother and me to have an overdue chat.
Well, you won't be alone. I still owe him a punch in his pretty mouth for kissing me.
Kissed you?
That was you.
I mean, to be fair, he did play her like he did play her.
Usual business. Hades has eyes everywhere. We can't have him learning what we're up to.
Twin issues,
Can't
right?
see the look in his face when he learns a valuable lesson. One should never mess with the brothers Jones.
In green runs it shall be.
No.
No.
Come hell or high water.
He's always gonna look
I
out
cannot leave my
for
brother.
his brother. For Hook, he's gonna feel like a burden.
Wow. Even for the underworld, it is dead.
Yourself.
It's the sorcerer's house. Light magic doesn't agree with me,
no.
so I kind of need you.
No, no, that drink's gonna
If I
affect him.
refuse?
Oh no.
I'll tell your brother the thing you never could. The reason you're really down here.
Oh no.
Looks like
Liam's gonna be weak, isn't he?
Greatest day. And Mommy needs to unwind.
Oh no. Oh no. There it is. I had a feeling it was leading there.
So, Sheriff, what would you like to try first? The champagne or me? Huh?
Oh no!
Vaughn, who cares what Liam thinks? What is?
I mean, I'm sure the Catter crew does. It's just weird, okay?
He hasn't forgiven himself. How do you know that? No, I hate to admit it. We're much alike. And forgiving yourself is the hardest thing to do. You want to help Hook? Help him with that.
Aww. I love that. Regina giving her advice.
Grandma found the key.
Easy, Captain. I have always abhorred the idea of mutiny. But if that's what it takes to save these men, it's so...
Liam!
Now, shall we do this the easy way, or the bloody way?
Oh, I love this. Just kill him, he's a prick. And the rest is history. Oh no. I mean, they're gonna find out that pages have been ripped. Find anything? Oh, look, I found it!
Come to visit you in your dungeon.
What? What dungeon? What dungeon? What dungeon?
Maybe. We need to try spicing things up a little hard.
Oh my, no! Cruella's a kink!
Does this act really work on him? Because, frankly, I find it repulsive.
Oh, boo. Couldn't you have pretended to be Jimmy a little while longer?
Wait, you mean all this time?
You knew?
I know who my brother is. I'm gonna go help him find those pages.
The problem with Hook is Underworld can change people, so he might not be the same Liam that he was when he was alive.
Is I'm here to help you. Here.
How? What?
Allow me. You deliver this to your king, and he'll give you anything you want, including that Navy job you've always wanted. Your dreams.
Oh,
can
Liam,
be
Liam.
fulfilled.
We all know what decision he's gonna take. Especially for his brother.
Everybody else does. You have to do it yourself.
Emma.
Problem is, Liam's gonna push him further.
Your hand. You are hiding something.
It's nothing.
It's ink from the pages.
Oh!
Why would you lie to me?
Boom!
Because he's got much bigger secrets than what
Shit!
Please tell me there's another explanation for this.
I'm sorry, Killian, but I didn't have any other choice. I had to do what I could in order to save us.
You lied to me.
And now you're both going to pay. Men!
Oh, don't get involved in your bullshit, for God's sake. Couldn't be noble, could you? Still salty because being an asshole, yeah.
We're talking.
Time to face justice, boys.
Oh.
Did someone decide to have a party and forget to invite me?
Oh, he's gonna take care of John.
Lord Hades.
Shoot! Oh! Oh no!
Please, hang on. I'm sorry, brother.
No, he's not gonna let go. He's not gonna let go.
But that's not what's important. You need to find a way to forgive yourself. I can't. Not after what I did to you.
He can't forgive himself.
It's for me to pay the price. No.
Nah, damn it, damn it. Shit.
Then go. All of you.
Unfinished business.
Now that you finally know the truth, your unfinished business is complete as well. Get on board, man.
He just felt. Oh, that's kind of beautiful, like sailing off into, I guess, the light.
And don't worry about reaching that bar anymore, Killian. You become a true hero in a way I never could.
Oh,
Goodbye.
it's beautiful, really, that there is that clarity, that
Goodbye, brother.
goal he's reached.
To offer you both commissions on my ship. She's the flagship of the Royal Navy.
She's
Oh
very pretty.
my
What's her name?
God.
The jewel of the realm.
Nice, nice. How it all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And this is all over your planning to come home.
Yes. Everything Lean did was to ensure that I had a future, and I damn well intend to have one.
Heck yeah! Heck yeah!
Man. Loving mother.
Please don't make this a lesson.
Too late.
You fell into the trap.
See, Some people would give anything to have a family like yours, Henry. Because whatever's going on with you, you know you always have someone you can talk to.
Case in point.
Right. I just live in everyone's shadow. I want to be the
Step
hero
out that
instead of the one
shadow.
the heroes rescue.
I understand that. But that's not the way to do it.
I know, and that's why I'm telling you now.
This is the
finally
first
understand
little
what the
steps
apprentice
out of the
meant.
shadow.
I'm gonna write the stories as they are. And I'll start with Hades.
That choice,
I'm gonna use
nice.
the correct way to recreate his story.
Hades went to a lot of trouble to keep us from learning his story.
Which means...
Selena. Our secret remains safe.
Oh, I don't think so. That's wicked, buddy. That is wicked. I had to say that because, you know, I like not too long ago I went to see Wicked for the first time and, boy, loved it. So, yeah. But I'm guessing we're gonna get some little details about the secrecy between Mr. Hades and Miss Selena. So yeah, but I did like the in-depthness of the brothers, really, especially with Liam and how, you know, his hands might not be as clean as he believes, as we saw with him being a guy that's got unfinished business regarding his past, and with Hook, he obviously has been beating himself up a lot, really, and I kind of like how that obviously parallels with the with, I guess, David and James, really, but James has a really, really darker path that he's taken on because he never felt the love, really, whereas his brother, you know, felt was the adored one, really, with and I feel like with this episode it's always being about in a person's shadow, really, handled in different ways. Obviously we've got Henry being in the shadow of you know, your heroes and all of that, and he wants to step out of that. And, you know, Hook, he's always been in Liam's shadow, he feels, but he feels like that is deserved. He could never be the brother that Liam was, really. He's a failure, and yeah, and even though we didn't see James obviously in this episode, although I don't know, they might do a little switcheroo with David and James at some point. Just, I don't know. I just have this bad feeling inside me, but like I said, with James, there is a little bit of detail in terms of Cruella revealing to David about the fact that, well, James has resented you because you were loved. So it will be very, very interesting to see the little secret that was made between Zelena and Hades. I think it's going to go into a predictable sense and that they had a little thing going on. So yeah, but especially with the way he was, I don't know, there seemed to be for me a little bit of a sign, a little behavior, from Hades when he retrieved the pages that he wanted to preserve their relationship. I don't know, that's just the vibe I got in that regard. But also it might be a bit of a predictable route to go down towards, so yeah. But we'll have to wait and see what does happen. Assuming the next episode, it seems like we're gonna have a leeway into that episode with the exploration of Hades and Selena. Maybe Selena is a weak spot for Hades, so especially since we'll be like halfway done with this with the second arc, should I say. So it will be very, very great to see some kind of kryptonite maybe for Hades, who knows. So which is funny, considering the fact that she is the Green Witch, isn't she? So, yeah, and Kryptonite, green, so yeah. Anyways, I'm being a nerd. Yeah, neat episode in terms of exploring further into the dynamic with Liam and Killian, and the bar that was set, really, that Hook aspired towards. He resigned himself with the fact that he could never be Liam. He was just too perfect, and with the reputation that Hook had, it was very, very difficult to emulate how amazing his brother was, really, because of the fact that he was always in the shadow. He could never do any good. He got himself drunk all the time, and Liam was Liam was more of the stronger character, really. He was very noble, and Hook recognized that. So, and it's really, really sad for Hook. Like, there's always a very detrimental side to him, especially with the fact that he told Emma he was not worth saving, really. And he's always looked, like, the bar's always really been high in regards to others, really. He's always seen himself as the lesser character, the one that needs to suffer, because of the fact that he's never been a hero, really. There's always that talk about that darkness always residing in him, really, because of the fact that that is the reputation, really, that surrounds himself. So, yeah, it is really, really sad to see how Hook always has that very, I guess, negative mindset, because there is that darkness that really consumes him. That is the more focused factor than him doing anything good. Liam's, honor and his integrity and everything about Liam, it really, like, he does have that respect for him, and there is not an ounce of I say there's not an ounce of jealousy, but I guess there is a smidge in terms of I wish I could be the person Liam was. He has such a he can never be as good as Liam, but he always values him at the end of the day, and yeah, he just always has an idea about the fact that he can never be a good person. He is expendable, if anything. So, yeah, and in this episode, he found out that maybe Liam is not as perfect as he made out to be. Of course, there was that full circle moment because of the deal that Liam made with Hades. I was surprised with the fact that Hades could emerge like that. Like, oh, hi, I'm just emerging from down below, really, because, yeah. But we had that deal made, sacrifice of the crew. Liam and Killian survive, and they stand tall, really. They get, we saw them get the Jolly Roger as well at the end of the day, as well as, I guess, them getting what was, what Hades promised them if the sacrifice to the crewmates had been made. But we had that full circle moment, especially with Liam willing to sacrifice himself as well. So, yeah, because I was thinking it was going to be a very, very negative ending, really, with, especially with what we found out with the flashbacks in regards to how Liam sacrificed the crewmates, and he has been on a bit of a darker path, really, especially with Hades saying, hey, you need to rip some pages out for me, because, I don't want them getting their hands on the deets about me, as well as Zelina. Like I said, I think we're gonna discover more of that in the next episode, so it's gonna be juicy. But yeah, we had Liam basically on Hades's lap, and as I said, with Killian, he found out that maybe Liam isn't the brother that, and that's what I was thinking with the fact that he hounded Emma, saying you're not really good enough for him, etc. And he was taking Liam's side because of the fact that he knew him best, and you were just thinking about the fact that you don't know how long that Liam has spent in the underworld. This can change him, really. So you might think you know your brother, but do you really? So, as well as the fact that Emma's risking her life, really, coming for you. So, but go off, Killian. But thankfully, everything was all resolved in the sense that Hook found out Liam's not perfect. Not just that, though, but there was that, like I said, full circle moment where he was willing to sacrifice himself. He was, the truth was out there, and there was that remorse, really. And I feel like there has always been that remorse for Liam, but especially with Hades saying you need to rip some pages out, etc., and seeing Killian again and the crewmates. It's all come to a moment where he has so much remorse over what he did, and that sacrifice is a way, really, or that sacrifice he was going to make in terms of Hades trying to get rid of Hook. That's kind of like the final nail in the coffin. That will cleanse his soul, really, because of the fact that he's had so much guilt on his shoulders in regards to what he did to the crewmates. And not just that, though, but for Liam to find out about, for Killian, should I say, to find out that he is not as honourable as a person, and he's kind of betrayed that perception that Killian has had of Liam. So, yeah, but thankfully, I guess you could say water under the bridge. I guess you could say with that. It's a terrible pun to kind of, well, yeah, it's a terrible, yeah, joke. So yeah, move on. Anyways, no, but it was really, really great to explore more about Liam and Killian, yeah, I really loved how this episode also brought Henry to the forefront with the apprentice returning, which was really, really great. Of course, there was that unfinished business with Henry. He wants to kind of create a big impact for Emma in terms of, even though that Emma's conscience doesn't have really, well, I guess you could say it doesn't really have blood on her hands because of the predicament that Henry was in when Cruella was yeeted off the cliff. So yeah, it was more so of a defensive strategy, really, and Cruella's no saint, really, so it wasn't like Emma decided to tap into that dark side and you know what, I'm gonna kill you for funsies, etc. So yeah, but with Henry, I'm glad that he is coming more to the forefront, stepping out of the shadows, and not just that though, but he told others about the pen, especially with Cruella saying, "Hey, do this," and you know, maybe your mother's soul can be a bit cleansed. So yeah, she was playing Henry to perfection, as well as David, but that's a different matter, and yeah, we'll get onto that in a moment. But yeah, we will have Henry more so at the forefront, really, and stepping into the realms of being a hero. Like, there is that idea that he is wanting to be a hero. He wants to like he doesn't want to be in that shadow anymore, and I'm really, really glad that we had this episode, him learning what the apprentice meant, and how he would do the right thing, and he would basically reconstruct Hades' story. With the fact that that's ripped up, he needs to make sure that things will progress, and that's his role of being a hero, really. So yeah, so I really, really liked how things transpired there for Henry, and yeah, I'm really excited to see more of him at the forefront. And there was David and yeah, Cruella. Yeah, that was hella awkward. I was expecting James to walk in, but again, with the whole shadow situation, stepping into a shadow, and there is that little detail that Cruella mentioned about the fact that James resented you because your family, like your family, well, your mother, should I say, that she adored you, whereas he never really got that love. There is going to be that inevitable confrontation between the brothers, so that's going to be very, very juicy. But yeah, that was a bit steamy there, wasn't it? In regards to Cruella and David. So it kind of balances it out with James and Snow, the other episode, and we had David find out about that. So more on David to knocking the lights out of James, but yeah, that was intense. So, poor David. I was really, really worried where things were going to go. Of course, I had a feeling when Cruella was shouting, it was going to be like, oh, he's going to have to play James, isn't he? Because obviously, with the fact that they're twins, and you can't, well, Cruella could tell them apart, obviously. But, I guess on the face of it, you can't really tell them apart. You have to get really, really intimate, like Cruella did, to tell them apart. But yeah, it was the perfect disguise, really. So yeah. So yeah, but I also really loved that moment where we had Regina talk about Emma and talk to Emma, should I say, and there is that mention about forgiving yourself and how both characters can relate. I'm loving more of the connection with Regina and Emma, and obviously with Hook, that is plaguing him really. So yeah, but it was really great to have that moment. So yeah, I really loved how things were with that scene. It's wholesome, and you know, the more layers between Regina and Emma, the better that relationship is, and to reflect on how far they've come, it's really great stuff. But yeah, really great detail in terms of Liam and Killian's backstory, as well as the fact that we got to see a full circle from Liam's perspective, I guess. So yeah, but awesome stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!